Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, which are the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, children are their oppressors, which are these heathen nations, starting with the Edomites, which are the so called white people, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, which are these heathen nations. All of these idols, deities, and false gods that you follow after, but also the woman, which is one of the biggest downfall of the so-called black man, Hispanic man, and the Native American Indian man. And destroy the way of thy paths. Going to the first video clip from Willie D. 1 minute ago, Chicago man kills man for talking to who? His girlfriend. Calls this man to err and throw away pretty much his goddamn life.
See live.
What's up, family? Let's talk about an uncivilized mutt. 41-year-old Jonathan Robinson was arrested in the South Shore neighborhood of Chicago after police say he shot and killed a man for talking to his girlfriend at a gas station. I ain't got no problem with that. Family, how many times we gotta walk this road? How many times will we ever get to the promised land of actually being a man? Knowing how to control your emotions and not behave like our tender counterparts.
And who is our tender counterparts? The heathen nations. And that's pretty much the spirit that our people got upon them. The spirit of the so-called white man. And that's why our Lord and Savior told those Jews, let's get what he said. And this is going to be St. John chapter 8 and verse 44. And this is our Lord and Savior's words. Ye, and he was speaking to the Jews, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, ye are of your father, the devil. And we know who the devil is, the Bible speaks of. That same child that has been oppressing you niggas, you spicks, and you savages, which is the so-called white man. And the lust of your father ye will do. You see, that's how our people are operating, just like their father. He was a murderer from the beginning, going all the way back to Cain. That slew his younger brother Abel, just like the spirit that went inside of Esau, Edom. And what did he try to do to his younger brother Jacob? The same exact thing. The same exact thing that you see these niggas, these spicks, and these savages doing to their own people, which is oppressing them, killing them. And abode not in the truth. This guy obviously didn't know the truth. Or else there wouldn't be no black on black crime in the neighborhoods. And this was in Chicago, where a whole lot of black on black crime goes on. Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. All the history that you've been taught from your oppressor is nothing but goddamn lies. But that's the same philosophy that our people have taken on. Being just like their father, the goddamn devil, who was a murderer, a liar, a deceiver, conniving, and full of goddamn tricks and bullshit, man. And that's our people here today. Look at this shit.
At times, it's almost an insult to women to say that these guys behave like women, because women don't even do that stuff that they do. If I could ask Jonathan one question right now, head up, I would simply ask him, did you solve the problem? Because jealousy, insecurity, and mistrust don't disappear with gunfire. They only sprout to the next jail cell or relationship, and you're left staring at concrete walls, wondering how in the hell did you let your emotions outrun your common sense?
That's right. He let his emotions take over him. And that's what we started the lesson off with. In Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Rule over what? Your emotions. You got a whole lot of niggas in the graveyard or behind a goddamn bars, sitting looking at a concrete wall, like Willie D said, for the rest of their lives, because they let women rule over their emotions. When none of these bitches are yours, they're for the streets. And more than likely, she gonna be getting dicked down by every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Ray, Lil JJ, goddamn Pookie, and so forth and so on while you're locked up. Are you gonna be able to kill those niggas too? No, dumbass. And now you have lost your freedom for life. Oh, my people, they which lead thee, lead what? Your emotions. Cause thee to err. The nigga made a mistake, and it cost him his life. And destroy the way of thy paths. Now your pathway is headed towards for fighting for your ass and your food each and every day. Over a bitch that's for the streets more than likely. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 31. The hoary head, what is a hoary head? Gray hairs. And this man, let's see him real quick one more time. This man had gray hairs. He's, I believe, 40-something years old, 41 if I'm not mistaken. He got gray hairs in his beard, meaning he should have some sense, a little bit of wisdom, but he ain't got no goddamn sense. The hoary head is a crown of glory. So gray hairs is a crown of glory if it be found in the way of righteousness. So this man, hey man, he wasn't found in the way of righteousness. He was found to be a goddamn fool. And let's get that. Gray hairs don't always make a man wise. Job 32 and verse 9. Great men are not always wise. What does it mean about great man? Men that have pretty much a status or up there in age, elders, right? Those are great men, but they're not always wise. Neither do the aged. This man is 41 years old. He should understand by now how to control his emotions. Neither do the aged understand judgment, because if he did, he would understand it. If I take this man's life right here on camera, dumbass, you're at a gas station, there's cameras all around you. How foolish can you be? But once again, great men are not always wise. Neither do the aged understand judgment, because if he did, hey man, he wouldn't have threw away his life. Now you're gonna get judged a life sentence behind bars, dumbass. So going back, to Proverbs 16 and verse 32 now. He that is slow to anger, remember, they that lead thee cause thee to err. You allow this woman to control your emotions. He that is slow to anger, this man got pissed off right away, is better than the mighty. So, hey man, if you can control your emotions and control your anger, you're greater than, hey man, any boxer, any UFC fighter, any Marine, soldier, whatever it could be, anyone you can proclaim as mighty. And he that ruleth his spirit have control over your emotions than he that taketh the city. So you're even greater than the so-called white man that has a military that can take over cities. Occupation, right? So that's what we have to do. Let's read this in the NLT. Proverbs 16 and verse 32. Better to be patient than powerful. Better to have self-control than to conquer a city. And that's what the so-called white man has been doing with a military force, been conquering cities. But the Lord said, hey man, he that is patient and have self-control, you're better than the military of troops that can take over a city.
I would simply ask him, did you solve the problem? Because jealousy, insecurity, and mistrust don't disappear with gunfire. They only sprout to the next jail cell or relationship, and you're left staring at concrete walls wondering how in the hell did you let your emotions outrun your common sense. Family, this is heavy. We don't own each other.
In other words, she's for the streets. That's not your property, dog. Even if you're married to her.
A woman's heart, body, and choices belongs to her, not you or the next dude. Treating her like a trophy you must defend turns love into ownership and ownership into bloodshed. Man, that's caveman logic with a life sentence price tag. I couldn't do it. He done went and killed his man. So now, the dude is dead. He gotta be buried. This fool go to prison for a few decades at least. You trade one heartbreak for two ruined lives. Kill him, and you don't win her. You just wearing a jumpsuit and a bunk at a state housing facility.
Fighting for your booty now, and also your food. Like Willie D did. Clap, dumbass. But that's where he deserved to be. And the Lord, hey man, pull this ticket. This is Proverbs 25 and verse 28. He that had no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down, man. You ain't got no defense. You let the demons right on in, and they did what? They control your emotions. Cause you to err. And without walls. So a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. The enemy can come right on in. And who is the enemy? Satan. The spiritual demon, Satan, the devil, came right on in and caused you to do what? Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 34. For jealousy is the rage. You know, when you rage, you have what? Anger. You're furious of a man. And that's what this man did. He had rage because he was jealous. And the bitch wasn't even that bad. She was, fat. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. And that's what this man did. He didn't spare this other man's life. Let's watch the video clip.
Nobody wins when the family feels, but my...
That's the woman right there in the blue. Not even mad.
Can I get a pack of Capri with 20 minutes long? 19.
And you can hear the man say, I got that good smoke. So he was trying to sell the woman some weed. Maybe looking at her as well. But like I said, the woman's not even that bad. She's not even a 5. Nothing to go and risk your life for. None of these hoes is. Even if she is a 10. So the man came out the car with the pistol in his hand. And he pushed him with the pistol. So the brother in red already know he got a gun. So more than likely he trying to appease him. Like, hey bro, I'm just got that smoke. It is what it is. Telling them the situation. Hey, bro, I'm just trying to make some money. I'm just trying to, get off my little dope that I got. But the other brother didn't spare him.
Station overnight.
You missed it because I don't think YouTube allows you to see somebody getting gunned down. I seen the actual video clip, and the guy, he shot him damn near 10 times, point blank. Head shots, body shots, just no mercy, man.
Deadly. Now police are searching for a shooter.
Our Sarah Maki was in Grand Crossing talking to employees about the murder just feet from their front door.
Caller states that a person is shot on the ground. The male's not breathing. We got fire rolling that way.
Before the two left.
Says he's shot in the head. Multiple casings.
Police were here 4 hours.
He was shot in the head, multiple casings. He just he unloaded the clip on the man, even when he was probably down dead, because he died on the scene.
Evidence and returned later for the surveillance video.
Were they on foot or in a car? They fled in a white vehicle, unknown make or model. The female was wearing a brown jacket, black leggings. That's all the info they have at this time. The crime scene consists around 11 shell cases, a vehicle with a plate, white socks, and then our victim.
damn
9 tablets of 100 milligram generic Viagra for $7 from Friday Plans. I thought it was a scam, but
I don't want no damn Viagra.
Some people are best described the dude we talk about today as a simp. A dude that's tended. But that's what we got here.
And that's exactly what that man is, a goddamn simp. Simp ass nigga over a mediocre ass woman.
Today, we talk about a story that highlights how some people just can't help but hate. And sometimes that hate lead to devastating consequences. Today we talk about a man in his early 40s.
Look at that. Look at that. What is that? Does that look like it was worth the
Devastating consequences. Today we talk about a man.
Look. Hell no.
Man in his early 40s who was riding in the passenger seat of his girlfriend's car and still got the nerve to be upset of another man. And according to surveillance footage that we'll later break down, this man got upset because another man looked at his girlfriend. Now I'll let you be the judge on a scale of 1 to 10 on how you rate her. But of course on this platform we don't give opinions.
1 to 10, I wouldn't even give her a 2, to be honest with you.
We simply call it what it is. Sometimes it's just plain and obvious when someone is acting out of pocket. And in this case, the situation we talk about today escalated far beyond what anyone should consider acceptable. Now what's even more tragic is that this man who seemingly had nothing going on for himself took a life on camera, all over a glance. A look that's often harmless to most. In this video, we'll go over his story, examine his criminal history, and pay our respects to the victims involved. It's a stark reminder that sometimes people's insecurities or anger can turn a moment of jealousy into a permanent tragedy.
And also his criminal history for time's sake. The man, he had did an armed robbery and killed a elderly, probably like 10 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But for sake of time, I'm going to go back to Willie D. I just wanted to kind of show the video clip a little bit of what happened, the scenario, and we'll get back to the scriptures. But if you want to find that video clip, it's from, let's see, The Family. Chicago man kills a man on camera for staring at his bad-built girlfriend. That's exactly what she is, bad-built. So back to Willie D.
She's left grieving or terrified or whatever, indifferent. The other family buries a son, and your own people watch you vanish behind bars. Nobody comes out whole. This dude is 41 years old.
There you go. He's 41 years old. And we got, hey, man, gray hairs don't mean that you're always wise. Proverbs 6 and verse 34 again. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore, he would not spare in the day of vengeance. So this man didn't spare his brother's life. Another so-called black man, just like you, trying to make it, man. Maybe he didn't see you in the vehicle. The vehicle could have had tinted windows. He didn't know you were sitting in the passenger seat. All he was trying to do was make his little pocket change, maybe get a number, but once again, he may have didn't see you. He didn't spare in the day of vengeance. He let rage, his anger control him, his emotions. So verse 35, he would not regard any ransom, and that man tried to appease him, tried to talk to him. Hey, bro, I'm just trying to sell my dope, my little marijuana, make some little pocket change. He would not regard any ransom. What did it say? He would accept no compensation. So that man, hey, he had it set in his mind that, hey, I'm finna gun this nigga down as soon as he stepped out the vehicle. No mercy. So he would not regard in any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. That man probably could have said, hey, I'll give you this bag of marijuana. Just don't take my life, bruh. But he still did. So Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 9, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. And that's exactly what that man is. Threw his whole life away ago, just over a little conversation, maybe a little peek at our ass. So what? Nigga, these are my eyes. I can look at whatever the fuck I want to, and you too. Maybe your woman shouldn't be stepping outside looking like that.
Talk about a damn fool, an old damn fool.
And I just brought the precept up. Ain't that something? That's the spirit. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of fools. That's exactly what he is, Willie D.
Ooh, 41. How did he even live this long? Being that emotional. He must have just got out of jail or been in and out of jail and ain't had his feet on the ground long enough to really get into these type of situations. The backstory on all of this is that the dude's girlfriend was at the gas station trying to make a purchase, and Buddy was standing behind her, asking her questions, asking her, do she want to smoke or whatever. I don't know if he saw the boyfriend sitting in the passenger seat or not, but
right, that's what I said. He may have didn't see. You never know.
At some point, the boyfriend opens the door and get out, and dude was like, yo, I got this smoke, right? So letting the boyfriend know, hey, I'm just trying to smoke or whatever, you know. I guess he's probably trying to relax him, right? In any event, the woman just walked and got in the car as he got out, walked and got in the car, sat there, didn't try to like de-escalate, calm him down or nothing. She just sat in the car, and dude popped out with the gun. And he gunned this dude down for really checking out. He wasn't just talking to her, he was also checking her out. And you know how you check when you looking at, he was doing it like that, like, you know. So I guess Buddy saw that, and that pissed him off. A lot of guys out here running around with these guns and this bad attitudes, whew, man, they have no idea on what it is to be a man. They think being a man is being aggressive and domineering, being dangerous. They think that's what makes a man. You become a man by mastering yourself,
that's
not others.
Earlier. He that have no rule over his spirit, which is self-control, it's like a city with no walls, man. The enemy can come right on in and just corrupt you, man. And that's what he let those demons do. They corrupted him.
A lot of us, we think, man, we get that gun, man, I'm gonna bend you to my way. I'm gonna make you do this. And, you know, somebody doing something you don't like, I'm gonna pull this thing, I'm gonna end it all. And what you just did was a great disservice to yourself, first and foremost, because you killing that man ain't gonna change nothing about your life, except you're gonna make things harder for yourself. The world is going to keep spinning. That woman that you shot that man over is going to move on. Before your trial is even done, before you even are able to like get a visit from your lawyer, she'll probably have some dude on top of her, knocking her back out, while you sitting in the jail cell playing with yourself. Yeah, that's the truth. That's how it goes. And don't get confused because she's showing up for those visits, because she's going to get tired of doing that. Eventually, she's going to stop visiting. And you're going to be so slow, you can still be trying to have some power from inside of the jail cell. That ain't going to work. You kill that man, or perhaps he kills you over this woman. Now, your loved ones are left with two options: visiting a grave or a prison. Don't be stupid.
There you go, man. We'll close it out with Hosea 4 and verse 1. And this is God's controversy with Israel. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, the oppressors, and also these fucking women. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord had a controversy. The Lord has a problem, a conflict with the inhabitants of the land. And who is the inhabitants of Israel? Who are the people before the place? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, because there is no truth. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err. You love Allah. You love Buddha. You love Jesus Christ. You love Jesus Christos. You love Mother Mary. You love all these deities and idols. You love being an atheist. You love Egyptology. There is no truth, man. You love religion. No mercy. This man didn't show his own brother no mercy. A man that looked just like him, struggling just like him, trying to make ends meet just like him, trying to make it in this fucked up world just like him. Nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. That's why the Lord is pissed off with the nation of Israel. By swearing, I swear to God, that's more than likely what he said before he stepped out that car. I swear to God, I'm finna kill this nigga. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery. They break out in blood touching blood. What does it mean by blood touching blood? There is violence everywhere. One murder after another. And Chicago is known for that. The murder capital. Chirac. So verse 3. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. So everybody's dying from the food, the water, the air, the toxins, the chemtrails. We're dying from black on black crime. We're dying from diseases, adultery. We're dying from niggas hitting licks, robbing, killing, lying, deceiving, swearing, and all types of other shit, man. Scamming. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Everything is just dying. Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Our people, they don't want to hear the truth that comes from the man of the Lord, which is this word. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day. You got two families that have failed, man. One man is in the grave, the other one behind bars. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. And that's the time and season that we're living in, that the oppressor is ruling over us. His kingdom, which is the night. And I will destroy thy mother. Jerusalem is trodden down of who? The Gentiles. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Remember, gray hairs don't mean you're always wise. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into a shame. And this story right here, man, this is a goddamn shame. So call hello Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. 2 lives lost over nothing, man. Over a bitch. Over a conversation, man. That could have been talked about. My bad, bro. I ain't see you in the car. Matter of fact, let's fire one up, which you ain't supposed to be smoking anyways. But that's what they could have did. But now both lives